8 Negative Brain Psychologies You Can Change. Have you ever wondered why you know exactly what you should do, yet still can't do it? You have goals, plans, even motivation, and somehow, you still end up procrastinating, overthinking, or criticizing yourself. It's not because you're weak or lack discipline. The real reason lies in your brain. The human brain wasn't designed for happiness or success, it was designed for survival. It's constantly trying to protect you from risk, failure, and pain. But that same survival mechanism often turns into psychological traps, keeping you stuck in fear, hesitation, and self-doubt. Below are 8 mental loops your brain creates in an effort to keep you safe, yet they're actually the very things holding you back. Once you understand them, you'll not only understand yourself better but also learn how to break free from the cycles that drain your energy and control your mind. Number 1. The procrastination loop. When work turns into a monster, you're not actually lazy. You procrastinate because your brain sees the task as a threat. Each time you look at it, the amygdala, the brain's emotional alarm system, triggers a flight response, making you feel anxious, tired, and eager to avoid it. The more you avoid it, the more your brain learns that starting equals danger. To break the loop, break the task into the smallest possible step, like just opening the document or writing the first sentence. When the task feels simple, the brain stops sounding the alarm and starts cooperating. Add a temptation bundle. Pair the task with something you enjoy, like listening to music or rewarding yourself with coffee after 10 focused minutes, so your dopamine system works with you, not against you. Just take one small action, and the fear begins to fade. You're teaching your brain that starting isn't as scary as it thinks. Number 2. The overthinking spiral. When your mind won't switch off, 3 hours after a conversation, you're still replaying every word. What did they mean when they paused? Did I say something wrong? This doesn't mean you're overly sensitive, it means your brain's default mode network is misfiring. When you're not focused on something specific, this part of the brain automatically starts scanning for problems to solve, often getting stuck replaying old situations. To break the spiral, bring your brain back to the present moment. Set a 5-minute timer and write down every thought that comes to mind. This helps turn a stream of mental noise into something finite. Or try the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. Name 5 things you can see. 4 you can hear, 3 you can touch, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. With practice, your brain will begin to understand that it doesn't need to replay everything to keep you safe. Gradually, it calms down, and you can return to the present, where things are actually okay. Number 3. The instant gratification addiction. When dopamine takes the wheel, you open your laptop to get some work done when ding, a notification lights up. Before you even think, your hand reaches for your phone. 10 minutes pass, then 30, and once again your plans are postponed to tomorrow. It's not that you lack focus, your brain is addicted to dopamine, the chemical that creates instant pleasure. Every click, scroll, or notification is a small quick reward, training your brain to chase short-term excitement instead of long-term goals. To break free, teach your brain patience. Delay checking your phone for 10 minutes, then 15. Reward yourself for small milestones, finishing a page, a paragraph, or a single task. Over time, your brain will learn to find joy in the process itself, not just in the brief hit of reward at the end. Number 4. The negativity bias. When your brain magnifies the bad and misses the good, a single criticism can stay with you all day, while 10 compliments fade within minutes. This doesn't mean you're pessimistic, it's because your brain has a negativity bias. In ancient times, our ancestors had to remember threats longer than pleasant moments to survive. That survival instinct still exists today, which is why one harsh comment, a cold look, or a tense email can make your heart race and your mind spiral, as if something serious were about to happen. The good news is, you can retrain your brain. When something positive happens, pause for at least 10 seconds to fully feel and absorb it. Each night, write down 3 good things that happened and why they occurred. After just a few weeks, your brain will naturally start to notice the positive more often. And then you'll realize, your days were never short of joy, you just hadn't been looking closely enough to see it. Number 5. The comparison trap. when your brain turns life into a competition, you scroll through social media and suddenly feel small. Everyone seems smarter, prettier, more successful. That's not weakness, it's an ancient instinct. Your brain evolved to compare social status as a way to survive. But now, that mechanism is triggered 24/7. To break free, change who you compare yourself to. Instead of looking at others, look at yourself 6 months ago. What have you learned? What have you overcome? Keep a record of your personal progress. It gives your brain real proof of growth, and practice gratitude. When you focus on what you already have, your brain can't feel envy at the same time. Number 6. Catastrophic thinking. When the mind turns worry into a horror movie, before a presentation, your brain writes an entire disaster script. You'll forget your lines, the audience will laugh, your career will crumble. That's your brain trying to prepare you for the worst, but in reality, it's only exhausting you with scenarios that will never happen. Instead of pushing fear away, follow it to the end. If that really happened, what would I do? Most of the time, you'll realize you'd find a way to handle it, and that recognition calms the alarm system. Replace "I'm going to mess everything up" with "I might make mistakes, and that's okay." That simple shift is the courage of logic, a reminder that control doesn't come from perfection, but from perspective. Number 7. The people-pleasing mode. When saying yes becomes a survival instinct. As a child, you may have learned that being accepted meant being safe. Avoiding conflict kept you calm, while rejection felt like isolation. Over time, your brain formed a rule: saying yes equals being loved. To break this reflex, you don't need to rebel, just start setting small boundaries. Say no to something you don't want to do. Speak your real opinion. Order what you actually want. Each time you do and nothing bad happens, your brain learns that honesty isn't dangerous. Then, pleasing others stops being a survival instinct, and becomes a conscious choice. Number 8. The paralysis of perfectionism. You sit in front of a blank page, the cursor blinking endlessly. The idea is there, but you can't bring yourself to write a single line. It's not that you don't know how, it's because your brain has tied your self-worth to being perfect. Deep down, if the result isn't flawless, you feel like you're not good enough. So instead of doing something imperfectly, you'd rather not do it at all. To break free from this paralysis, allow yourself to make mistakes. Write a terrible first draft. Send an email with a typo. Try something before you feel ready. Each time you do and nothing bad happens, your brain learns that imperfection isn't a threat to your worth. Progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from having the courage to begin and repeat without fear. When you allow yourself to be not good yet, you're giving yourself the chance to become truly great. Conclusion: the habits that make you blame yourself, procrastination, worry, comparison, fear, are not signs of weakness. They're old survival mechanisms your brain still uses, trying to keep you safe in outdated ways. The good news is, your brain can be rewired. Each time you pause, notice an old reaction, and choose a new response, even a tiny one, you're literally reshaping your neural pathways. Change doesn't begin with big leaps. It starts with small acts: opening the document, saying no, or accepting a simple mistake. From there, you're not just changing your behavior, you're changing the very way your brain runs your life.